If you're dealing with a workplace bully, being passive usually makes it worse. In this video, I'll show you 5 tactics you can use to confidently shut down that toxic behavior quickly without creating unnecessary drama, because I've been there. You know that moment when someone makes it very obvious they think less of you? Maybe they say something like, "You're not my boss," or "I'll do it if you smile for me." Or they suddenly refuse to do something that was already agreed upon. In that moment, your immediate thought is, okay, I was not imagining this. This person genuinely has something against me. What you really want to say is, what are you, 5 years old? We're adults, trying to do some work. But that's usually not the best move, okay? Here's what's actually happening. Most people think workplace bullying is obvious. Somebody yelling, someone publicly embarrassing people, someone being openly aggressive, right? But that's not usually what it looks like in real life. In professional environments, it's often a lot more subtle. Someone acts one way when other people are around, then the minute you two are alone, they act completely different. They agree to do something one day, then conveniently they forget about it later. They might quietly create situations that make you look bad while protecting themselves. The reason it continues is simple. Every time they get away with it, the behavior gets more and more reinforced. Most people are going to respond by ignoring it or even trying to get on the bully's good side, which is what I did. Ugh. Maybe you try to convince yourself it's not really happening. But that actually makes things worse because you're solving the wrong problem. You're trying to change the bully, and that's not your job. It's not your job. I learned this one the hard way. I tried escalating situations that weren't documented enough. Nothing happened. In some cases, the problem actually spread to other people. This taught me a very important lesson. You can't control the bully. You can only control how you respond. The first tactic is emotional neutrality. Bullies want reactions. They want frustration, okay? They want visible irritation. That's their high. They want proof that they got under your skin. Don't give it to them. Keep your face neutral. Keep your voice calm. Take a deep breath before responding. Count in your head if you need to. The less emotional energy you give them, the less rewarding that interaction becomes. The second tactic is clarification. Let's say someone says, okay, I'll do that only if you smile for me. So instead of getting angry, try. Sorry, what do you mean by that? And then just keep repeating it. Okay, sorry, I'm just trying to understand. You're saying a smile is required before this gets completed? I don't get it. Keep asking these kind of like small, like dumb questions. What does that mean exactly? Can you walk me through that? I don't get it. Like act dumb. The goal isn't sarcasm. The goal is trying to make them explain their own behavior. A lot of the bullying falls apart when it's dragged into the open and forced to make sense. The third tactic is documentation, of course, my favorite word. This is the one most people skip. Write it down, write down the date, the time. Oh my gosh, I sound like a broken record. Write down who was present, what happened, any witnesses. Keep copies somewhere you can access later. Even if you never use it, okay? Documentation is protection. The moment a boundary is crossed, start creating a record. Future you is going to be so grateful that you did it. The fourth tactic is strategic boundaries, okay? A mistake I see people making is turning coworkers into therapists. They complain to everyone. They want they vent to everyone. Suddenly, the whole department knows. Instead, keep things professional publicly, handle issues privately, and escalate concerns to managers or HR when necessary. The fewer people are involved, the easier it is to control the narrative and protect your reputation. The fifth tactic is power awareness. Sometimes people get stuck trying to win, trying to prove the bully wrong. Don't do it. Don't try to get justice. If the behavior keeps repeating and nothing changes, that's information. Golden information. Pay attention to the patterns. If leadership enables it, if the culture rewards it, they get a promotion. If the behavior continues despite intervention, you're dealing with a system problem, not a people problem, okay? At that point, The smartest move is to remove yourself from the situation. Workplace bullies are often protected, they're often in positions of power. Many situations become he said, she said. No one's going to talk about it, but companies don't like problems that create liability, which means a lot of the work is going to end up on you. I'm not saying it's fair, I'm just saying that's reality. I found that the strongest defense against workplace bullying is developing such a strong sense of self that their behavior actually starts to look ridiculous instead of threatening. Now, if the bully has significant power over your employment, that's a different situation. That should be taken very seriously. But in many cases, once you stop internalizing their behavior, it loses a lot of its power. It becomes embarrassing, honestly. The goal isn't to become aggressive. The goal isn't to win every interaction. The goal is to become harder to destabilize. Because if there's one thing I want you to remember, it's this: the moment you react emotionally, you're handing your power to the bully. Stay calm, stay aware, stay strategic. Let your actions be deliberate instead of reactive. Have you ever dealt with a workplace bully? I want to know. Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoy practical workplace strategies like this, subscribe and follow along. We'll talk some more. One quick final note here. If you're working toward a promotion or you're simply trying to become more strategic in your career, don't forget I have a brand new, it's free promotions readiness scorecard. It's linked down below if you want to check it out. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.